podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got you.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it. Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot. ThaBoxingvoice.com to get to where I got you.
Trust me. This ain't even, trust me. You be grateful that I gave you this opportunity, baby. Be grateful I gave you this opportunity. How many times y'all done tried? How many times y'all done tried to get an opportunity? How many times y'all done tried to get an opportunity? Nobody would give you the opportunity but me. You know why I gave you the opportunity? Because I'm going to beat your ass. Trust me.
Good morning, TBV. We are back with another spontaneous edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Saturday morning. It is fight day, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NesGTO. Good morning to everyone all around the world. Let me take a second there to put my face on camera just so you can see me. You know what I mean? Good morning, guys. We're here to talk some boxing, some heavyweight boxing. And we're gonna have a bit of a twist because we have a Sky Sports commentator, former fighter, weighing in on the subject. And I found it a bit interesting, his comments, because it just goes to show that the world, UK public included, they want Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. That's what we want. So let me just give you the meat and potatoes. Former world champion and Sky Sports expert analyst Carl Froch is hoping that WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder not only gets a win, but scores a crushing knockout over Luis Ortiz. Obviously, Wilder's going to be defending his belt against Ortiz tonight, and we'll be tuned in right here. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, get that notification. Make sure you hit the notification bell because we will be doing a live fight chat of that fight. Ortiz, Lewis King Kong, is 28-0 with 24 KOs and regarded as one of the most dangerous punchers in the division, and definitely regarded as Deontay Wilder's toughest opponent till date. Now, Carl Froch, on the other hand, he's pushing hard for Wilder to not only get the win, but to get it big. He wants to see a unification with the WBO, IBO, IBF, and probably soon WBO. I said that, but it meant WBA, right? Because he's already the WBA, IBO, IBF, and he is in a unification match with WBO champion Joseph Parker. If he gets past that, Froch wants this fight with Wilder if Wilder gets past Luis Ortiz by the end of the year. And he believes that the way that Deontay can force the hand of the public and of Joshua, obviously forcing the hand of the public into, kind of demanding the fight, making Joshua hear it from all sides. But the way that Froch believes Deontay Wilder can do that is by having a destructive knockout over Luis Ortiz. He feels it will place some pressure on Anthony Joshua to make this fight happen by the end of the year. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Do you think just if Deontay Wilder goes in there and flattens Luis Ortiz, I don't know, but remains the Vern style, that the world is going to demand Joshua fight him next? Or will they be allowed to continue the way they are, doing business, big business, $20 million plus purse business? And I quote from Carl Froch, Deontay Wilder needs to do a proper job on Luis Ortiz. If he does, Anthony Joshua will be sat there sweating a bit. Wilder should, and I hope he does. I am not an Ortiz fan because of what he has done in the past. And you know, I am a big AJ fan. Of course, I want Joshua to go on and become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. But I am also just a boxing fan. Now, this is statements that Carl Froch told Sky Sports. Remember, he's a Sky Sports analyst. I think he'll be in Sheffield today and not covering anything else, right? Because the only other fight happening is over here in the U.S. And I will continue to quote, we want to see the very best beat the very best. If they want to get to the very top, and I know Joshua does, if Wilder's power explodes and he blows Ortiz away, that and his whopping ego will suddenly put a bit of pressure on. Now, obviously, Joshua has business to take care of. Back in March 31st, he's going to be in that unification I told you with WBO champion Joseph Parker. It's going to be taking place in Cardiff, and Wilder is invited. You can head on over to the Boxing Voice YouTube channel and check out our 3-part documentary, One Face, One Name, One Champion with Deontay Wilder, where we ask him about stepping into the ring and kind of disrespecting, you know, Anthony Joshua at the moment where he becomes a unified champion if he beats Joseph Parker. And you want to get his takes on that because, you know, I feel it's a bit disrespectful for anyone to get in the ring. I know that I'm a guy that tells people to do it around here all the time, and I tell you to do it. Why? Because you get someone's attention when you do that. Why? Because it is disrespect. But I'll continue to quote AJ, and this is quotes from Carl Froch. Remember, AJ might have had a couple of moments against Vladimir Klitschko, but let's be honest, Vlad was no spring chicken and hadn't boxed for 15 months. I'll have to correct Carl, it's about 18. Wilder is younger, fresher, hungrier, or at least he keeps telling us that. Josh always excites, but against Wilder, it will be way bigger than the rest. That is why I want Wilder to destroy Ortiz. If he does, all of a sudden, people won't just be trying to pick which round Joshua does it in. Of course, I expect him to win, but it will be a 60-40, maybe even 50-50 fight. I know the AJ protectors hate that Carl Froch used 50-50, but I won't troll you. I know that he's not talking per split. He's talking, you know, 50-50 in terms of win or lose. So there you have it. Carl Froch, the Sky Sports analyst, good friend of Anthony Joshua, giving his takes and obviously not wanting to wait much longer for this fight. He's saying end of the year. This is something that should be happening. I agree. I can't wait till we get a face-off. And I know that's going to happen March 31st. I wish it was sooner. I wish that Joshua would make some effort the way Deontay is going to fly to Cardiff. I wish Joshua would fly tonight and crash the party after Wilder Ortiz. That would be amazing because he's a massive guy. You know, Carl Froch is the one that made these comments, but I chose this picture just to show you how big Anthony Joshua is. And the two men are the giants in the division, excluding Tyson Fury, who, while has the stature of a giant, doesn't necessarily have the power or the fight style that we want to see. We love Fury's mouth, not necessarily his fighting. If you're watching this on YouTube, listen, hit the thumbs up button. This is an early morning show. It's only 10 a.m. here on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast. And obviously it's a little past in the afternoon for all my UK fans out there. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. We will be back with a live fight chat for the Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder fight. And who knows, if good old Rob Weatherall is not busy, he may be doing a UK roundup live fight chat for the Brooke Rabchenko fight. Listen, I'm going to go out to my sponsors. I want to thank all our patrons that continue to make the Boxing Voice a success. Pat yourself on the back. The 3-part documentary on Deontay Wilder, One Face, One Name, One Champion, was amazing, and it's credit to all our patrons that allow us to go around the world covering these fighters to bring you exclusives. I'm going to go out to our sponsors, then our callers. Listen, the calling number is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time if you want to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. Let's go.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Orlando, Florida, 407. Who's this? Talk to me.
What's up, man? It's Jay from Orlando, man.
Jay, what up, brother? No producer, man. Riding solo. Scarface, no Manolo.
No worries, bro. No worries. I know if Matt was there, you'd be smooth selling. Well, real quick, man, I didn't get a call to call my prediction, man, and that's real big on Froch. I love the energy. I love that he's saying that. That way, AJ projects his actors can say, like, oh, he has to do this one. He has to do this. Like, after this fight, all that bum stuff, saying that he hasn't fought nobody, goes out of the window. I think he's going to get him out of there. I predict between the 5th and the 7th round, a knockout. And the longer it goes, I think the better it works out for Wilder. I think that's one of the reasons why he's coming in lean. I don't know if you noticed, like, he's coming in at least by 10, 15 pounds lighter than what he usually does.
He's about 11 pounds lighter. He's usually 225.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly.
But Jay, I don't know that he's going to go rounds. I don't know that he's going to go rounds. I mean, I'm sure you heard all the other shows that we've done. But it seems like max 4, man. I think max 4. He's coming out bombs blazing. Max
4?
Max. I mean, all the trainers.
I want to say the way they.
No, I was just going to say all the trainers. All the trainers are saying 3 to 4. He's saying 1 to 3. I think, and that's why I played the clip at the beginning, because during the final press conference, their exchange, he's upset that, you got a disrespectful guy. It's like, yo, you're known. And I'm not saying that Ortiz has done anything. Simply saying in the media, he is known as a cheat and a powerful puncher. So it was 2 reasons for people not to give him an opportunity. Now here Deontay comes along, gives him the opportunity, and you're still talking shit, which I need you to do anyway. So credit Luis Ortiz. You got to build up the fight. I would have hated for him to come in there and be like, oh, Wilder, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Wilder's a great champion. I don't want to hear that shit. But I get why Wilder, who is the one giving the opportunity, is upset. I think it just adds. I think it just adds to why he's gonna come out with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, and maybe with that killer instinct.
My only concern about that is when you do that, you leave yourself open for a counter, and I feel as though Malik Scott kind of showed the way of how to work with Ortiz. I don't know if you remember that Malik Scott fight. I didn't listen to Thursday's show, so I don't know if you mentioned it already. But I kind of feel as though if you kind of box with him a little bit, Ortiz gets frustrated, and when he gets frustrated, he leaves himself open, and then you can go for the attack. But I feel as though if you straight try to go brawl for brawl with him in the beginning, you're going to leave yourself open to get hit. And, maybe this might be the fight where Wilder goes down, but he picks himself off the ground and he gets that knockout.
See, but people forget, man, if you think about the Bermane-Stavern 2 fight, they quickly, we're fickle. So we latch on to what was the most exciting moment that our brain can remember, and that was the actual knockout. But he started with a piston-like jab. He set that up. Before he went wild, he landed a perfect 1-2 down the pipe. The wild right hand that hit Bermane on the head and guard was after he knew he had his man. So I'm not sure Ortiz can make it out of the first round.
Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully, I would love that. Hopefully he doesn't, man. Hopefully he doesn't. And I only got one last thing to say. Bomb Squad!
Bomb Squad!
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You know the number 14255695241. Press one time if you want to voice your opinion here on this topic on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, international callers, all you AJ protectors, you can easily add Nestor Gibbs on Skype, like my man Britt MK, who does a hell of a lot of typing. I mean, your fingernails must be bloody by now. I mean, just call in and defend your guy. I love it when I see fight fans talking about purses and percentages and splits, and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. I watched the video the other day from 78 Sports, man. Shout out to 78 Sports. Good video. And he said, he's a fight fan. And it makes complete sense. My standpoint, I have to report everything because it is my job. I feel it's my job to inform you of everything. But from a fight fan's perspective, we should only want to be facing or to watch our champions face the best. Anything else, it just really doesn't make any sense to me. When grown men start saying, well, why isn't the Barclays Center sold out? I mean, let's be honest. Do I give a fuck? I have a correspondent in the New York area that will be covering the Wilder fight for me, but I'll be right here watching it with you. Week in and week out, I'd rather watch my fights right here on TV. So when fight fans are talking about, he sold 50,000 tickets, so you want to see him fight 50,000 drunk fans, or you want to see him fight the one best or other best in the division? I don't know, man. I just don't know. People need to put their life into perspective. DJ Georgie Porgy, if you want to talk, I need you to press 1, buddy. I don't know if you're at work, and I don't even know if that's you because I don't have a producer. But the 508, if you want to speak, you have not pressed 1. Let me know what's up, son. Because I know. Okay, there he goes. I was about to say, you ducking me. That's what it is. Shout out to the callers. Remember the number 14255695241.
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't pay Showtime to see you all there, not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see some motherfucker just fight, I think I'm gonna fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't love that form I do? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next, what a great show. Thumbs up, donate. Happening, people.
Good morning. Good morning. What's up, brother?
Listen, your boy about to fight real competition, finally.
You scared?
So many.
You scared?
Yeah, I'm scared for you, baby. That bomb squad not going to sound too good if fucking Ortiz pull it out.
Well, I'll be here doing a live fight chat. I'll be here doing a live fight chat. All you got to do is join me.
But, yo, there's not going to be no stubborn fat cows. Stubborn didn't even train shit.
All right, we'll see.
Ortiz look ready to fight. That nigga look on fake.
So
he look on shape.
So let me ask you, DJ Georgie Porgy, if he makes it look like Stavern, then what?
Then I'm a fan, baby. I jump in shape right there, wild all the fucking way. If
You're serious? You're serious?
I swear to God, if these men take Ortiz on 5 or 6 rounds, anything on the 6th round, I'm impressed. I'm impressed because these Ortiz got 300 plus amateur fight. Even that Deontay Wilder did, that's a detriment. That ain't no fucking detriment, nigga. That's all experience. The fuck that shit gonna be a detriment? What wars you get on the fucking amateurs? None. That's so good. All amateur fights are great for you. So why the fucking mistaken? Or maybe he's showing that he's a little concerned about that. Try to play it out. Either way, gonna be a great fight. I'm gonna watch it. I'm boycotting everything the fucking Walter's doing. Nobody wanna see those bullshit fights. And yeah, just waiting the best to fight the best. What we having tonight.
Yo, just make sure you are tuned in for the live fight chat so that in between rounds I could go to you and be like, Georgie, what happened? Well, if it goes rounds, I'm just saying. We will see. DJ Georgie Porgy in Boston, thank you for calling in, my friend. being part of the show for so long. Hopefully one day you do make it to the appreciation night like we intended. Let's go out to 514260. First time caller. Who's this?
Yes, this is Herbie calling from Canada.
Herbie, what's
How
up,
are
brother? I'm good. Talk to me, man.
Good. Perfect. I mean, prediction, I'll definitely go with Wilder. But I have to say something here. I've been listening to the show, and I think you guys are doing a great job. But sometimes you got to deal with facts. Look at Sky Sport in England, what they're doing. They're hyping Wilder's fight. Who is Sky Sport backing up? Is Joshua. So, for people who actually say that Joshua is ducking but Wilder, I think you got to deal with fact here. You got to stop that.
So who's ducking
It's
who?
not even being hyped up.
Who's ducking who?
No one is ducking no one. No one is ducking anyone. That's the reality. I think the reality here is that what they're trying to do is make the fight big. But now that he's fighting today, the Sky Sport is actually hyping the fight, so that when they make the fight for Joshua versus Wilder,
yeah, but Sky Sports isn't Sky Sports. Listen, Sky Sports is not Anthony Joshua. Sky Sports is not Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn is talking about Tyson Fury and Jarrell Miller.
Eddie Hearn,
and he's saying that Deontay's in fantasy world,
Ness.
So it doesn't sound like he wants to make this fight, my friend.
Ness,
go for it.
I actually listened to Eddie Hearn yesterday. He's hyping Wilder's fight as well.
I seen his videos too. I know he is.
Ortiz.
I know he is.
There you go.
He even said, if you're in the New York area, go see the fight. I heard all of that. You know, I even heard what the AJ protectors. I even heard what the AJ protectors don't want to hear, and they're gonna act like they didn't hear where he said, "Oh, Wilder's latest."
What was that?
Where he said, "Oh, Wilder's latest offer of 90-10, winner get it on the second split. We want that. Call me after you win, baby." Remember Eddie said that? Let's see if after Wilder wins and they say, "Okay, whatever I take the first split, Joshua gets it on the next split." Let's see if he's really gonna do it, because the video's out there. He did it with Coogan. It's out since yesterday. He said he doesn't mind that offer that Wilder made. So let's see if it happens. That's just the bottom line. All we got to do is sit and wait and see how long he tap dances. I
don't think, I wouldn't say that Wilder is ducking Joshua or Joshua is ducking Wilder. I think a fight has to be properly built. Yes, it's a sport, but it's also a business. The business needs to be taught properly.
Canada, sorry, brother. That is your 3 minutes per round. We're going out to the 816-222-2222.
Yo.
What's up, brother? Who's this?
Hear me?
Kansas City Mac, you must have deleted
Kansas City Mac. No, I ain't delete, baby. I'm just alone. No producer to put the numbers in. I'm rocking out alone. Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. Back in the American champion. Right. I'm out here fending the American champion from all the AJ protectors.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, Ness, I appreciate those interviews you did with Wilder, man. This is the neutralize all that corny stuff. Oh, y'all, I want to cuss. I ain't cussed on here, but they bitch made pussies. Like, how you gonna say all this? Y'all just tippy tap all around this stuff. This is the Bay of Pigs, and Wilder's gonna push the button. Ain't no holding back. The button's gonna be pushed. Bay of Pigs. Nuclear weapons is gonna be pushed. He's gotta go. London Bridge is about to come down. So, this is Kansas City Mac. So if y'all want to come on here and y'all want to say something, you want to call my name out, that's cool. Y'all bitch made. How can y'all protect? Y'all the ones that protect Broner. Y'all the reason why Broner goes around and do this stuff. All this cupcake petty stuff is getting eliminated one by one. You're not Mayweather. You ain't done shit. Mayweather was fighting everybody at an early age to get where he was at. Wilder's coming for y'all, man. The only way y'all gonna do it is an old movie called Let's Do It Again. Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. You're gonna have to climb in that man's window, sneak and put a whammy on that man. It's not happening. Wilder is coming, so y'all just gonna have to accept it. All this, who's Wilder fight? Don't nobody want to fight him. We keep saying this stuff, and y'all don't want to do your homework. It's like y'all want to get y'all views up on your YouTube stuff. Do it the right way. Talking about come with facts. Damn, the hate is so real, man. The hate is real, man. It's Kansas City Mac. I'm out, man.
Kansas City Mac, thank you for rocking out with us in the morning. It is 10:27 a.m. in the East Coast, 7:27 on the West Coast. Alex, what time is it over there in Russia, baby?
It's 6:30 p.m.
Damn, that so the fight is gonna be like the next day for you for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Like are you staying up or this is DVR? Is it DVR or you staying up?
No, I'm waking up. It's gonna start at 6 in the morning. So
perfect. But you're setting your alarm for Deontay Wilder. Okay, so you at least he's worth your time.
Well, it's not just Deontay Wilder. It's also what's his fucking name? Sergey Kovalev.
So. Oh, you're into that. So you know Kovalev's opponent?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're just a Kovalev fan. Okay.
No, I'm not really his fan, but he's a decent fighter, so he's worth watching, so to say.
Even in a tune-up, man, that's what you're the type of boxing fan we need. That's what I like. No, I watch tune-ups too, but people don't want to watch tune-ups.
No, listen, I'm a pure boxing fan, meaning that if a fighter is a B+ level fighter, I'm gonna watch him. Doesn't matter who he fights, just because you see the skills that he showcased in the ring. It doesn't need to be a competitive match for me to enjoy it.
No, I agree. I remember when PBC first started like 2 years ago and they were putting all these tune-ups, so to speak, on television. People were upset, but I don't mind that. I like to see the development of a fighter.
Same, I agree. For example, Muhammad Ali versus William Cleavens. One of the biggest mismatches, but at the same time, one of my favorite fights of all time. Just because of the skills that Muhammad Ali displayed that night.
So tell us why Luis Ortiz is going to win, brother. And your thoughts, obviously, on Carl Froch saying that.
Hold on. Who told you that? First of all, let me get all the predictions out of the way. I'm picking Bivol to beat Barrera, picking Kovalev to beat whatever Russian guy he's fighting. I don't know who the hell that is. I'm picking Wilder to stop Ortiz. And
which round? Do you got a round for Wilder stopping Ortiz?
No, I'm not. I don't have a round, but I'd say it's if I have to pick the first or the second half of the fight, I'll pick the first half of the fight.
Yeah, so. I want it to be the first round. There's a lot of money riding on first round.
Oh, really? Okay, that's what's up.
2,800 on first round. If you put 100, that's some good money.
But listen, if he gets beat by Ortiz, he's gonna be the biggest hype job in the last 3 years. Would you agree with that statement?
I can't say that because I'm not one of those fight fans that feels he fought 38 bums. I feel that Duhaupai is a top 10 heavyweight. The Eric Molina was a top 10 heavyweight. These are all common opponents now. Look, Duhaupai fought Deontay Wilder, Povetkin, and now he's going to be fighting Gerald Miller. But when Wilder fought him, he was a bum. It's what I'm saying. Like Povetkin has already fought Vladimir, and so has AJ, and so has Tyson. Like everyone has common opponents. It's silly and ignorant to say that anyone has fought all bums in their career. Could they have been coming up soft? Absolutely. But at one point, I mean,
well, listen, I don't like to call fighters bums in general, but it's no secret that he fought some profile fighters with no name. And I'd say that he's never, in my opinion, my personal opinion, he's never fought a B-level fighter, to say nothing of a B+ level fighter. And right now, he's fighting a B+ level fighter, so that's going to be the name on his resume, which is good. Very
Who's
good
another B+ fighter in the division?
In heavyweight, in heavyweight division, Povetkin, Povetkin still is.
So let's get this straight. Let's get this straight, just so that the world can understand the facts. In order for Wilder to continue to prove himself, he has to fight both known, repeated drug cheats to earn the respect of the world.
He has to fight them.
No, I mean,
you asked me to name me a B+ level fighter. So
at the end of the day, that is what we're saying. If AJ goes on to fight Gerald Miller or Dillian White due to Dillian White hypothetically beating Lucas Brown, or if AJ goes on to fight, well, yeah, because, you know, AJ's probably not going to fight Povetkin. I mean, why would he? The UK public, I don't even think they would accept it, since Povetkin,
they were talking about this fight though.
No, I know, I know that they're talking about it. I know that Povetkin is lining himself up as a mandatory if he can beat David Price on the undercard of the March 31st Cardiff card. I understand all that, but I think when push comes to shove, I've heard Eddie Hearn's interview when he speaks of Luis Ortiz before this fight was actually signed. Go back and listen to IFL TV videos with Eddie Hearn discussing Luis Ortiz. He wants him. He thought, a couple of months ago, Eddie said he should not be allowed to box because he keeps popping. So believe me, I highly doubt Eddie's going to let Povetkin fight him.
B+ level fighters out there aside from Povetkin and the current champions. Povetkin
and that's what I wanted to, and that's the point I wanted to get to, Alex, because you know another generation that was very top heavy, the Vladimir Klitschko era. We didn't even care about the heavyweights here on American soil. HBO didn't care about Vladimir. Remember, they invested in Vladimir.
Well.
They invested in Vladimir early. Look, they invested in him early when rest in peace Emmanuel Stewart was attached to him. You know, but let's not forget, he had already been knocked out maybe once or twice, I believe, down a couple of times by Samuel Peters and Chris Bird, maybe, I don't know. You know, then he came back and rebuilt himself, but on a lackluster heavyweight division. And, you know, people just gave him that title because he was so dominant for so long, beating the Emmanuel Chars and the Povetkins and, you know, guys that back then, look, when Vladimir beat Povetkin, did we think Povetkin was a killer? No, but Povetkin goes to fight Deontay, he's a killer. Turns out he's a big cheat.
No, I still thought that Povetkin was a B+ level fighter at the time when he fought Klitschko.
Every win Povetkin has on his record is fucking questionable. Every big win. He hasn't fought nobody where he's not been questioned about PDs. Duopai knockout, questionable. Was it Takum or Mike Perez? Questionable. Whoever, every time he knocks somebody out, he pops. He's hot. He's pissing hot. Like, how could you even give this guy credit? And I've stood next to him. See, you guys, you're in Russia. It's difficult. I've interviewed him. I've taken pictures with him. He's little as fuck. I can't wait for, I promise you, I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5", skinny. Wilder's 6'7" today, 214. I'm 6'5", 233, and he still looks way bigger than me. Look at the documentary.
No, listen, but when I say that he's a B+ level fighter, I still have to make this judgment on the basis of how he fights, who he fights, and the skills that he showcased. I don't know if he was using PDs for his whole life and all his fights. I don't know that, so I have to go off his performance. And but let me ask you this: why are you so not confident in Wilder beating Povetkin? Because
what are you talking about? I was in his camp, man. No. You must have just no. Let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong. You must have just started following the Boxing Voice. I covered Deontay Wilder when I was in the camp for the Povetkin fight. So believe me, he is too small. That's what I keep telling you. He's like a cruiserweight.
But then why are you saying to me that why would you throw Wilder with another PD user?
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said was, let me get this clear. And I was generalizing. I said, let me get this clear. Someone said I said I was 6'3" last year. That's a lie.
I'm not talking about today's show.
A
week ago I called you and you said those exact words.
What? Okay, so a week ago I said what now? I thought we were talking about
said
today.
That why would you throw him in there with another PD user? Do you want him to get killed? That's what you said.
Yeah, but not killed because. But wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. But not killed. Not killed because he's good. Killed because he's cheating. Because he's always getting caught cheating. Wilder, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. So you don't ever get this wrong. Everyone listening in, they haven't. Yo, someone's mother hasn't given birth to the heavyweight that's gonna beat Wilder yet. I'm gonna be here tonight for the live fight chat. Come talk shit as the fight is happening. Someone's mother hasn't given birth to the fucking fighter that's gonna beat Wilder. Okay?
Well, I think Joshua can beat Wilder, but listen.
Well, make the fucking fight. Make the fucking fight. Make the fight. Make the fight.
I agree, 100% agree. But that's not what I'm saying.
How do you want to unify? How do you want to explain to me without using the word politics, without using the word money and tickets, and tell me how the fuck do you want to unify with everyone else except Wilder? Why leave Wilder last? Why are you unifying with every fucking one else? And why is everyone else unifying with you? Because it's money and politics. Why does Joshua get 3 unifications? Because of fear. But you can run, but you can't hide. Because there's only a certain amount of belts. And after one guy has it and the last man stand. Listen, the people wanted Klitschko's to fight each other because of that. Just because Vladimir had all the belts. Just because Vladimir had all the belts, they wanted brothers to beat on each other. That's how much we demand unification and undisputed. So they could run no more.
Listen, I'm in total agreement with you. I want them to fight next. But that's not what we're talking about. We were talking about Povetkin. And the point that I wanted to make is that I believe
I will put all my money on Wilder versus Povetkin. All my money on Wilder versus Povetkin. If that's what y'all want next, it don't matter. That he's too small. Yo, I don't
want that next. I want Joshua next. I'm saying but I'm talking about realistic options. It's Wilder or White. White actually may be better.
Listen, I'll take, look, realistic options. If Anthony keeps sidestepping, if he keeps doing the fucking salsa, I'll take Wilder White, Wilder Miller, Wilder Povetkin.
No, but Joshua gonna fight Miller.
Maybe.
So, and I think that's a perfect solution to this problem. If Wilder fights White in England, and then Joshua comes to US and fights Miller, that's a perfect build-up for the fight, for the unification fight, in my opinion.
Well, Alex, let me get to some other callers. These lines have built up. Thank you for debating with me. You got me nice and hoarse. I'm very happy. The show is getting even more and more excited. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show. Lets the world know that, A, you either love this show or you hate the Wilder voice, as you call us. Don't forget to drop us a 5-star review on iTunes. 614-897. You're up.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? Who's this?
What up, man? It's Red from Ohio.
What's your name?
You hear me?
I hear you, brother.
Oh, Red.
Red from Ohio. Talk to us.
Oh, yeah, man. First time caller. Huge fan. Love the Wilder and Thurman interview. You guys are on fire right now. Prediction tonight. It's going to be a tough one, man. But I think Wilder, he's going to pull it through. And after he gets through this, he needs to fight AJ, man.
Totally agree, my friend. Totally agree, Red. What do you think about Carl Froch saying that the way to get to that AJ fight is by destroying Luis Ortiz? Do you think a 12-round decision makes him the AJ fight, or does he have to, continue showing that he can knock every man out that he fights?
No, honestly, he just needs to win. Like, why does he stuck to the standards that to knock everybody out to win? The W is the W. If Triple G barely beat Canelo, they want to give him that. That's barely. They need to stop being biased, man. That's whack. And for all y'all niggas saying business, most of y'all niggas don't even know how to do math. Talking about it's business. Man, they're all champions. They should unify and get it over with. Everybody can't produce Floyd Mayweather and use a blueprint and everything else, man. F all that. We want to see the fighters. We pay to see fighters. We don't pay to make nobody's pockets bigger. The business doesn't affect the fans. That affects the fighters. Everybody deserves to get paid, and they will get paid. Fight the fights, and you will get paid.
That is for sure. Red, man.
And two, when it comes to Abel, first of all, fuck Abel, and honestly, I ain't even rocking with Triple G like that. The whole thing is BS, and it's purely racism. You can't say anything about black fighters. There's two greatest fighters ever, Ali and Floyd Mayweather.
Stick to the topic, baby. Come back for that one. I know everybody's mad at Abel right now, but we gonna stick to the topic. But listen, man, thank you for calling in. We're going out to the 973-573. 973-573. Talk to me.
Yo, Nez, what's up, brother? Javi from the Bricks, man.
Javi, what up?
To you in the show, brother. Nah, not much, brother. Here, blessed, man. I don't really know what to say right now, man, because, you know, I'm a super Wilder fan. I would love Wilder to go in there and just put the lights out round one, round two. But, you know, man, these fucking boxing fans, they're like a picky bitch, man. You buy a chocolate, it's not sweet enough. You buy a diamond ring, the shit ain't shining enough. Like, Wilder can't win. You knock him out, or he's a bum. Like, if you don't knock him out, he go to worse, you know. What's going to happen now? Joshua, you're going to dip him. Joshua don't want that work, man. He's going to run around and fight every other bum heavyweight he could, get that big payday, and beat Wilder for last. And hopefully none of them lose in the process. I mean,
hopefully, man. That's what someone was saying in the chat. Listen, Javi, thanks for calling in. They were just saying that in the chat right now. What if Wilder, Joshua, and White all lost? Funny. But yeah, another one saying that Joshua don't want that smoke. I don't know, man. Listen, there's only so long fake thugs can pretend. It's 10 a.m. over here, man. We coming up on the hour. It's March 3rd. It's going down. Wilder, Ortiz. After the dust settles, we'll see who's left. We're going to 305 Miami. Talk to me.
Yes, what's good, my guy?
What's up?
Yo, man, I got to salute you real quick, man. I'm really impressed with the work you guys are doing, man. It's really good stuff, man. I'm happy you guys are putting on for the culture, man, in the right way.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.
Definitely. I guess my question for you is, I just, you know, being that you were in camp, I'd love for you to, like, give us as thorough as a breakdown as you can. And it might just be Wilder KO1, which, you know, don't need to be that thorough, but, you know, what do you see? How do you see this fight happening?
Nah, man, I'll be honest. If you want the honest truth, he still does so many things that I hate, you know? Like, he still pulls straight back with his hands kind of like, I don't fucking know, zombie style, right? Walking Dead style, where easily a hook or something could get in there. Traditionally, keep in mind, he's still 6'7". He still has a long reach. The footwork, right? Like, I see what everyone sees. It's like, yo, he's a little off balance. But, bro, I mean, I go camp after camp and I see the same footwork, and camp after camp, he's dropping sparring partners. Multiple. Camp after camp, you know? Someone's getting hurt. So, and fight after fight, he's still knocking dudes out. The only thing I could think of is just like what we call awkward. I mean, what we call like sloppy, right? Or wild. Maybe in a few years, we'll be calling the Wilder style, right? I don't know. Since Floyd has, you know, when you see someone doing the shoulder roll right away, you call it the Floyd. Oh, he's doing the Floyd. He's trying to be Floyd. When Broner came out with that, when Berto came out with that, right away we said, oh, he's trying to be Floyd. I don't know. I mean, obviously that is very bad comparison. I get it, because Floyd was a fucking defensive master, and it's like, yo, Wilder's awkwardness is nowhere near what Floyd's defense is. But I'm just trying to make sense of it, because guess what? It's like he said in our documentary, I ain't undefeated for nothing. I ain't got the highest knockout ratio in boxing for nothing. which I think is wrong because obviously Stavern went the distance, one fight, and Joshua has all knockouts, but I don't know. It's crazy, you know? We will see. So in terms of the fight, I see it really going two ways, kind of like everyone, right? Because of some of those traditional flaws, I feel like maybe he could suffer some adversity. But he's also a guy that when he's on, or when he gets hit, he's going to make you pay. Like, I've seen sparring partners try to get, because there'd be women in the gym and everything. It's like, you know, a show. So it's like, yo, you try to get funky on Wilder, he bringing it to you. He's bringing it to you. So I don't know. I see it going multiple ways, man, but they all end in him winning. That's the thing. Like, because again, you know, we've seen him get behind the jab. We've seen him get behind the jab, and that jab is still thunderous. And it gets you so tired that right sleeps and sneaks in. So we'll see, man. We will see. Let's get to the 386. You're up.
Oh, shit. Yo, hello, what's going on, man? Hello, you hear me?
What's up, brother? Where you calling in from? Who's this?
What's good, man? It's King, man, calling from Orlando, Florida. Yeah, man, first off, great show, man. Great work. That Deontay Wilder documentary is dope. I actually had a friend of mine who was like a casual fan and hit me up about it. He came across it and he was like, have you seen this from the Boxing Voice? I'm like, oh yeah, been on that. But nah, man, first off, Deontay Wilder, man, I know, you know, people get on him heavily about being awkward and everything, like he was just saying. But you know, he kind of, I don't know if y'all ever watch football, but he kind of reminds me of like a Tim Tebow, somebody who would always get crucified for not being traditional, but he always won. He's a winner. You know what I mean? And that's Deontay. He's not traditional, but one thing he is a winner. He wills his way to victory. And that's huge. You know, a man on a mission is hard to stop. So I think that's really Deontay's best attribute. Yeah, he's got a right hand that'll knock down a fucking wall, but he's got the mind state. You know, but I do think that tonight he's got to come out behind that jab, man. He's got to come out behind that jab on Ortiz because he does have a really good jab, which I don't think people give him enough credit for. It's fast, it comes in hard, and it's long. You know, it keeps people at range with his height. And I don't think he's as awkward as everybody makes him seem either, man. I think a lot of that is just his sheer size and the way he's built. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're a big dude. You're like 6'5" right now, so I know you can kind of relate to. Sometimes when you're just bigger than everybody, it looks different when you do stuff. You know, it's not that it's not the proper way to do it. It just kind of looks a little funny. So I think that's just kind of Deontay's problem. He's long, he's skinny, he's kind of built a little differently. So when he boxes, it just kind of looks funny. You know what I'm saying? But it works for him, man. So it's definitely going to be. I think it's going to be a good fight, though. Definitely a really good fight. I'm excited to watch it. So I'll be tuned in for the live fight chat, man. So I'll keep the phone lines moving, man. Appreciate it.
All right, King. Thanks for calling in, brother. 732. We're going out to the 732, New Jersey. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Dan from Brooklyn. Can you hear me?
Dan, you're in Brooklyn. What's going on? Talk to us.
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight tonight. I just don't want to see. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't want to see an early bullshit stoppage like with Gerald Washington and the last Stavern, like was a shitty, it was unsatisfying ending. And I don't want to see that. I'm just hoping for like, a
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight, Dan. Did you just say that the last Stavern knockout was unsatisfying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Can you just elaborate, please?
Stavern showed up. He looked like shit. He was overweight. He didn't look in shape. He didn't look like he came to fight.
Didn't you see the weigh-in for Lewis? Lewis is in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, I know. So I'm hoping that this is a good fight and that Lewis fucking comes to fight like he did in his last couple fights. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to disrespect Wilder. I'm just saying, especially against Gerald Washington, that stoppage was not satisfying. That's all I'm saying.
I guess I'm not understanding what you mean by unsatisfying. He's knocking the guys out. I mean, it almost sounds like you think it shouldn't be stopped.
Yeah, I thought Gerald Washington could have continued in that fight, but Stavern, yeah, he looked like he just didn't come to fight. He just looked like a fucking can. But I don't know.
Well, all right. Listen, we're going to be doing a live fight chat. So if you want to watch it with us, you know, while we're watching it, while you're watching it, and you can call in between rounds, man, definitely do so. We'll be right here. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so that you can get the notifications every time we go live. We do a bunch of live shows. I mean, this is our first spontaneous show of the day, but yesterday had about 2. So definitely head on over to iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, anywhere that podcasts are found, and see, check us out there. What do we got here? Legendary boxer. Did Charles Martin come to fight? Ness, ask him. Did Charles Martin come to fight versus AJ? I would say he did, man. He had a chip on his shoulder. He said, I walked the earth like a god. You know, he thought he was going to win, and he got countered, dude. Like, that was a counter. That was a sweet counter, too. See, I'm not that type of dude. I could give credit. AJ looked good in that fight, or at least I remember him looking good in that fight. That was a nice, perfect counter shot he landed on Charles Martin. 268, you're up.
Yo, Nestor, go on. This is Linford calling from Antigua in the West Indies. Good work.
From Antigua?
Yeah, that's in the West Indies.
Oh, wow. What's up, man? No,
the Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of Antigua. That's why it's in the Caribbean. I want to visit one day. Official. Now I got somebody out there.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I feel like Showtime didn't cover this fight enough, given its magnitude and so. So, we really appreciate all the coverage, the in-time coverage, so you guys did.
Thank you,
The question I want to ask is, in terms of Deontay's last fight, one of my biggest criticisms of him is that he's kind of been a headhunter. He hasn't really been going to the body as much as I would like. So in this camp, do you think he's making an effort to go more to the body? That's question number one. I
can't say. Let me answer him in parts. I can't say that
okay.
I can't say that he's going to make a more conscious effort to go to the body. What I can say is that every camp I've seen him go to the body. I've seen him stop someone to the body in the last camp. And in this camp, you can even check the interview with Donovan Dennis, who was the sparring partner. We discussed how the both of them exchanged vicious uppercuts to the body against the ropes. And it's something that I already spoke with the sparring partner. So it's just a coincidence that you bring it up. No, he's always throwing body shots. The thing is, I think in a fight, he doesn't really get the chance to use it. I'm sure that in the Duopai fight, he threw some uppercuts and some body shots, probably.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. But I think I'd like to see a little bit more from him in terms of that, because one of the criticisms of him too is that he's kind of predictable with the 1-2.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, so it's good to hear that he's at least capable of doing that. The second question I wanted to ask was about his stamina. Now, the only opportunity I got to see him was against Stavern in the first fight, and I've seen interviews where people talk about him having remarkable stamina.
Yeah,
so just in terms of watching him in camp.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't even run. He doesn't even run. He swims. And listen, I gotta let you go. But yeah, he doesn't run, he swims, but he does so many rounds of sparring, bro. I mean, when I landed in Tuscaloosa, he had just drove in. He had flew in and landed in his Atlanta house and drove from Atlanta to Tuscaloosa 3 straight hours, and then went straight to sparring. Met us straight at the gym. So it was beautiful, man. I mean, again, I'm picking him to beat all heavyweights, man. It's just the bottom line. I don't know what Alex thought. I was never afraid of him fighting Povetkin. They can make whatever fight. I just want the world to notice that every guy you want Wilder to fight is one that was on steroids. Listen, I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. I want to send a big shout out, thank you, and morning love to Eric Cruz in Texas, giving us a shout out in a super chat saying this is the best boxing podcast on earth. Thank you so much, my friend. And Chris Camillo says, shit talking, shaming is good for the biz, but you can't accept the Floyd blueprint and get mad when someone applies it. Pick a stance, Team USA, but the Brits just building the big fight as boxing always has. Thank you for the super chat, Chris. You are the man. I know there was a comment you made earlier I wanted to address for you. I wish I could remember to come at you on it. I know you had I think you think I had some sort of double standard. Would have loved to get at it, but I forgot it. I want everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Future, present, past, doesn't matter. Helps with the visibility of the show. Head on over to iTunes, drop us a 5-star review. Tell the world that this is the best boxing podcast in the world. Not only on iTunes, but YouTube. You know it. I know it. Let's do it. We out.